These habits changed my life and they can change yours too. Hello beautiful people, welcome to my channel. It's the first time on my channel. Welcome for the first time. It's no first time. Welcome back. On today's episode of Marv Talks, we're going to be talking about habits that have changed my life. I'm not even joking. I'm not trying to be dramatic or anything, but doing these things changed my life. Now let's get into it. I don't know what's going on with the sun. I use the sun for the film, but I don't know what's going on with it. It's moving left, moving right, but I must film this video right now. I'm not even going to let it bother me, but let's just get into it. First is turning off notifications for your social media apps. You guys, I can't remember the last time I received a notification for TikTok or Instagram because I've turned it off. I've muted it. I've turned off the notifications for both apps because I realized that every time I got a notification for any of these apps, that would prompt me to open the app, and before you know it, I'm doom scrolling and I'm wasting time on these apps until someone said that she turned off the notifications for her Instagram, and I was like, wait a minute, I can do that. So I turned both of them off, and it's been a few years now, and all I can say is glory to God. I'm not opening these apps unnecessarily. The only time I open them is because I actually want to be online, be on the app. I'm not distracted by any notification that comes in either from TikTok or from Instagram. I only open these apps willingly when I want to, not when I get a notification. Turn off notification for these apps. Turn it off, because every time you get a notification, you would want to open the app, and before you know it, you're doom scrolling. Second one is turning off your mobile data or Wi-Fi before going to bed. I get really overwhelmed when I see a lot of notifications. So imagine I've done my devotional and the first thing I see when I open my phone is a bunch of notifications from either my Gmail or from YouTube or messages from WhatsApp and No, I don't want to start my morning being overwhelmed. I only want the notifications to come in when I allow them to come in, when I've given them the permission to roll in. Every time I'm going to bed, I turn off my mobile data. Turn it off. Turn that thing off. Save your battery, save your data, and save yourself the stress of being overwhelmed or waking up to 1,001 notifications. Turn that data or Wi-Fi off and have a blissful sleep. Third one is having sleep mode on. I have D&D for different modes. For my prayer, for working, for focus, normal, do not disturb mode, and then there's sleep mode. Sleep mode is like my absolute favorite. All notifications silenced. Do not disturb. I'm sleeping even if I'm not, but I love it. I set a schedule of like from like 9 p.m. all notifications are silent. I'm not even receiving them. I'm not getting them. Everything is off, because you really don't want to go to bed anxious or wake up having to deal with so many notifications. So yes, sleep mode is one of my favorite do not disturb modes, and I absolutely love it. Ever since I turned it on, it's been bliss. And then it feels like my phone is also sleeping. Like my phone goes to bed by 9 p.m. and wakes up 8 a.m. Everybody's happy. Everybody's well rested, right? The fourth one, this is a lifesaver. Set time limits with app blockers. Download external apps. I use Burnout Buddy and Opal. I started using Opal recently. Okay, so let me just give you guys an example of how my own schedule is. For Burnout Buddy, I decided to set a time limit of 3 hours every day. I'm only allowed to use all social media apps: Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat. I don't have Twitter. I don't like Twitter or X or whatever you guys want to call it. Those 3 social media apps are the ones that I actually go on very often. Snap, not so often. I keep streaks, okay? But those 3 are limited because I remember one time I was getting a bit attached to Snap and always wanting to see what people are up to. So I'm only allowed to spend 3 hours on all apps, not individually, like all. If I want to do 1 hour for Instagram, 1 hour for TikTok, 1 hour, that's up to me, okay? So I have a time limit of 3 hours every day, and I also have a schedule of my apps locking. Before it was 10 p.m., but that wasn't so good. If my phone is on sleep mode by 9 p.m., why are my apps locking by 10 p.m.? So I moved it from 10 p.m. to 8 p.m. So all those social media apps lock from 8 p.m. to 8:30 a.m. in the morning. Now, this is where Opal comes in. I have a time limit of 3 hours every day. The thing is, I also have work schedule. And in order to make sure that I'm not distracted during the day when my social media apps are open, I'm like, instead of creating an extra schedule on Burnout Buddy, let me try Opal. People have been talking about it. So I decided to give Opal a try. I now have a different schedule for my work hours, which is from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. So from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., I don't have access to any of these apps. And from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. when Burnout Body starts working, I have access to these apps. And also from 8:30 to 9 a.m. I have access to these apps in the morning, because Burnout Body opens it by 8:30, Opal closes it by 9. It just works for me, okay? It works for me. The more, the merrier. Why it's open in the morning is so that I can put up my devotional, reply chats, check, are there comments I need to reply in 30 minutes, send streaks, go to my TikTok as well, do the same routine I did for Instagram, messages, comments, all of that amazing stuff. All I'm saying is set time limits for your apps. This has helped me reduce my screen time drastically. I'm not even kidding you. You guys, I have a screen time goal in my head and I know I'm going to get to it. The sun is now directly on my face. I'm going to keep filming anyways. This one, I feel like everybody needs to start doing this. Writing letters to God. You guys, this has taken journaling to a whole different level for me. Oh my goodness. Who would I rather talk to than the person who brought me to this earth in the first place? Write letters to God. Write letters to God. You're angry, you're sad, you're happy, you're anxious, whatever feeling it is, write letters to God. This has helped me so much. I get to just talk to him, hear what he has to say, tell him what I have to say. We communicate. It's just so beautiful, and it's one thing that I'm so grateful that I started doing, and it has completely changed my life and my devotional time. Perfect. Reading before bed. You guys, this is an off and on habit of mine, because sometimes I really don't want the screen. I read on my Kindle actually, but sometimes I just really want a quiet time before going to bed. And sometimes I read before going to bed. It's not I do this every single day. I do this a few times a week if I'm able to. If I'm not in a reading slump or a life slump, I do this. If I am, I just write a letter to God and I go to bed ASAP. But reading before bed helps a whole lot. Like, it just gives you the ability to calm your brain, concentrate on something else, and just dissociate from this part of the world for a minute. And sometimes as a book lover, this can go good and this can go east or west, because sometimes you may get engrossed in the book and before you know it's 6 a.m. in the morning. But sometimes self-control, okay? Self-control, okay? But yeah, reading before bed helps a whole lot, and it just helps to make sure your mind is calm, it's in the right place. Last but not the least is not being on my phone in public transport. I live in Lagos. First of all, while you're on your phone in Lagos traffic, it's like you really want to dash people your phone, right? Not being on my phone in public transport has helped me not to be distracted and to be in the moment. I feel like I'm always with my phone, and at home I'm going to be on my phone. The time I'm able to dissociate, I need to be off my phone. Do you understand? Be in the moment, touch grass, feel like you're in a movie, transporting yourself to a whole different world. You understand? Look at the sky, the birds, the road, every single thing. And a lot of times this moment is when ideas come into my head and I'm just able to, think about it. I'm able to observe the things around me, and before you know it, content ideas just keep rolling in left, right, and center. Sometimes all your brain needs to do is to relax, be quiet, and before you know it, you're able to come up with ideas for whatever you're thinking about, or sometimes just be normal. But yeah, this has also really changed my life. I'm gonna add this as a bonus tip, is having a morning routine. Everybody has said this, believe them, have a morning routine. It is so helpful, so good. It gives your day a bit of structure, and it also helps you to plan your day. There's just so much to talk about, but this is just a bonus tip, so I won't talk too much about it. But have a morning routine, okay? We've come to the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. I apologize if the sun decided to mess up with my video. I just have to film it now, okay? I can't procrastinate. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment, share as well. Yeah, I'll see you in my next video. Bye.